A sleek name does not make a safe broker. Chronika.com presents itself as a modern investment platform, suggesting access to financial markets, potential profit opportunities, and professional trading services. The website uses confident language and broad promises typical of online brokers, implying that users can trade efficiently and grow their capital. At first glance, it may look like a legitimate financial intermediary. But once we move from marketing claims to verifiable facts, the picture becomes far less reassuring. The project positions itself as a broker or investment service provider. However, there is no clearly displayed and independently verifiable evidence of regulation by a recognized financial authority. In the financial sector, regulation is not optional. It is the core mechanism that protects investors from abuse, fraud, and operational misconduct. Without a valid license from a respected regulator, any platform offering brokerage or CFD services should be approached with extreme caution. General information associated with Chronika.com indicates that it operates via the domain chronika.com and promotes trading or investment services. It appears to function as a broker, potentially offering CFD trading or similar speculative instruments. Regulation status is not confirmed. A transparent, verifiable license number tied to a recognized authority is not clearly demonstrated in publicly available materials. Minimum deposit requirements and leverage conditions, if advertised, are presented in attractive terms. But without oversight, these conditions may expose clients to significant financial risk. Domain registration data shows that the website does not have a long, established track record in the financial industry, which is a relevant factor when assessing reliability. The registrar and DNS infrastructure may rely on privacy protection services, limiting visibility into the real operator behind the platform. When checking licensing and regulation, verification must rely exclusively on official sources. Searches conducted through the Financial Conduct Authority register at register.fca.org.uk, the Cyprus Securities and Exchange Commission at scisec.gov.cy, the Australian Securities and Investments Commission at connectonline.asic.gov.au, the United States Securities and Exchange Commission at SEC.gov, and FINRA BrokerCheck at brokercheck.finra.org do not confirm a licensed entity clearly connected to Chronika.com. Verification through official registers does not confirm the presence of a license. This strongly suggests that Chronika.com operates as an unlicensed broker. An unlicensed broker does not provide the regulatory safeguards that investors expect, including segregated client accounts, capital adequacy requirements, dispute resolution mechanisms, and investor compensation schemes. The services promoted by Chronika.com appear to involve trading in financial instruments, potentially including CFDs. Contracts for difference are complex and high-risk instruments. They allow clients to speculate on price movements using leverage. Leverage magnifies both profits and losses. In regulated jurisdictions, leverage limits are imposed to protect retail traders from catastrophic losses. When an unlicensed broker offers high or flexible leverage without clear and enforceable safeguards, the probability of significant financial loss increases substantially. In addition, in many CFD models, the broker may act as the counterparty to client trades. This creates a structural conflict of interest. Without regulatory supervision, there is no external authority ensuring fair pricing, transparent execution, or proper handling of client funds. Legal transparency is another major concern. A legitimate broker typically discloses a fully verifiable legal entity name, company registration number, registered office address, and governing law. It provides detailed client agreements and risk disclosures. It explains how client funds are stored and protected. If Chronika.com does not clearly and independently verify these elements, this constitutes legal opacity. There is no publicly confirmed evidence of segregated accounts held in reputable banks, nor of participation in an investor compensation fund. In the absence of these protections, clients carry the full operational and counterparty risk. From a technical perspective, platforms that appear suddenly with generic branding, limited corporate history, and privacy-protected domain ownership often resemble structures used in recurring investment scam patterns. While domain privacy itself is not illegal, transparency is essential in the financial industry. A broker asking for deposits should not operate behind layers of anonymity. A relatively new domain combined with vague corporate information increases the risk profile of the project. Typical red flags associated with serial scam schemes are visible: absence of a confirmed license, absence of a recognized regulator, lack of full corporate transparency, lack of verifiable investor protection mechanisms, elevated risk of capital loss, and potential withdrawal issues. When users deposit funds with an unlicensed broker, disputes over withdrawals can become difficult to resolve due to the lack of regulatory oversight. How can investors avoid similar fraud structures? First, always verify a broker's license directly through official regulatory registers, such as the FCA, SISEC, ASIC, SEC, or FINRA. Never rely on logos or certificates displayed on a website without checking the regulator's database yourself. Second, understand that CFD trading with high leverage is inherently risky. If a platform emphasizes high returns and easy profits, treat that as a warning sign rather than an advantage. Third, confirm that the broker clearly discloses its legal entity, physical address, and regulatory supervision in a way that can be independently verified. Fourth, avoid platforms that use aggressive sales tactics, pressure calls, or promises of guaranteed profits. Legitimate brokers do not guarantee returns. Finally, pay attention to website quality and consistency. A template-based design combined with vague claims and missing regulatory details is a strong red flag. In conclusion, Chronika.com cannot be considered a verified, legally regulated broker based on publicly available evidence. The lack of confirmed licensing, combined with limited transparency and high-risk trading conditions, creates a serious risk environment for investors. Our experts recommend refraining from any financial interaction with this project. When it comes to your money, regulation is not a detail. It is protection. No license, no protection.